Guys, it's me again, your host with the most, your favourite YouTuber. That's why you lot are here. Let's get this Q&A started. Before I start with the questions, man. You lot are normally good. You're kind of quiet today. I want to bring one out on Sunday. Well, yeah, I do. I want to bring them out whenever I can. Get and ask some questions. I don't care if it's Arsenal, United, music, whatever. The hurricane thing that's just happened. Let's all take a minute to put our condolences that those of you lost their livelihoods, houses, family members and things like that. It's very important to remember how lucky we are. Well, those of you that are in England, in a relatively quiet island where you're not affected by these things. A lot of people have lost their homes and things like that. I have a lot of people from the Caribbean that watch my videos. So if you're going through it or if you're affected by it, honestly, may God be with you, and I really hope you get the aid you need. And I'd urge everybody to donate. I'm not a fan of charities because I believe it's a rip-off to a degree, but there are several good charities that are helping. So I would urge anyone to donate, which I have to. But yeah, let's get into the Q&A. Like I said, you lot are normally good. Where's these questions? Either way, it's about quality, not quantity. You guys have asked me some real good questions, so let's get into it. Jacob, I can't say the rest of your at, man, but you always at me on Twitter. You're a good guy, man. You always talk about a lot of truthful things. But he's asked me 3 questions. He says, first question, do I rate Trent Alexander-Arnold? At first, admittedly, I didn't think he was anything to write home about. Actually, first time I ever stumbled across him was, I think it was Arsenal versus Liverpool at the Emirates Stadium. Kalen Hines played very good, but he caught my eye. It was more so he was the captain, and it was more so in the warm up. I mean, they were doing defensive phases, and the Liverpool coach, the best way to explain it, the Liverpool coach had a ball, and he had his back four, and he'd throw the ball to several members of the back four, and they had to stay in a line. You can see why that helps, because it helps you to manage a line on the football pitch. He was the captain, and I did hear he was highly rated, but then upon watching, I was thinking, there's nothing to write home about this guy. He's okay, and he didn't have the best of games, but seeing him in the Prem, I've seen that he can now take free kicks. He can offer something going forward. The game against Watford, I think Liverpool drew. That's what really got me, and I thought, yeah, this guy, he surprises you. Like, he can do something. I think it was Martin Keown. He said he could have a future in midfield. I can't see it, but based on the fact that he can pass the ball and he's calm in possession, he can. He's a player I rate very highly. And Klein's injured at the moment, but Klein really has to be scared for his spot in the first team. I know Ox might have to play right back a couple times, but yeah, I like him a lot. Now, what music do I rate? I know this is going to sound cliche, but I listen to a lot of things. I listen to Bob Marley, 50 Cent, a lot of old R&B music, a lot of old hip hop, bashment, soca, of course, because I'm from London, I gotta listen to the grime stuff. I gotta listen to that drill music. Who I'm listening to right now, I just can't stop banging out Glorious 12th, the album by 6-7, and I think it's an album, and I can't stop banging out K-Trap, man, Sauce on Spill and all them things there. Man, there's a lot of great music. Grime Days, obviously Big H, Pabby Wabby, all of these guys, all the practice hours, all the boiler rooms, all of them sort of things. If you know, then you know. I know you see the new grime fans, all this fake deep and stuff. I remember when people used to link grime to drug deals and saying you're going to go prison and things like that. Now it's conveniently cool. But next question, most overrated player in the Premier League by the same guy. There's many ways to look at it, man. There's many ways to look at it. You could say world-class players. You could say, who do I feel is overrated? I'd say Ross Barkley. Not that I don't think he's a bad player. I think he's something he could turn into a good player. But the way people still speak about him is like he's still 18. He still looks clueless in the final third, and he really polarizes opinion. Some seasons he'll get double figures. Some seasons he won't do anything. He polarizes. He's probably as overrated to a degree. I'd say Kyle Walker. Again, not that there's anything to write home about, but I don't feel him like that. If I'm honest, I don't feel a lot of these fullbacks. I don't feel Bellerin. I think Bellerin can improve, but I don't feel a lot of these fullbacks in the game right now. Maybe it's because I was a fullback. I just believe they're not that good. They just rely on pace and things like that. Walker always says, "Oh, people get onto me for relying on pace," and that's fine and dandy. If I had your pace, I would rely on it too. But I mean, for me, if you're a good defender, the recovery thing, like Bellerin as well, the recovery phase should only be an added bonus. You should be smart enough and positionally not clued up enough, best way to put it, to know that to not be in positions where you're getting that. Maldini knew he could slide tackle, supreme slide tackle, but he didn't want to slide tackle. If he slid, it means he failed his job. Eat like Puyol. Do you get it? Next question, Expat Guna. You're a manager. Players asked to go, but it can't be done before the end of the window. Do you put them in the reserves or play them? This feels like it's directly linked to Arsenal. A rock and a hard place. When it's players like Alexis Sanchez, for me, I've already said he doesn't play for this club no more because he doesn't want to be in it. you could bench them, but when you have or reserve them, but when you have a he's in a 1 year of his contract. Yeah, by the same logic, but 1 year of his contract, he can go in reserves. But when he's got 1 year of his contract or playing, he's undoubtedly our strongest player. It's not like it was Bayern Munich lodging a player like that, and things of that nature. I know you guys hate me saying that, it will be cutting off our nose to spite our face. So we do have to play Alexis. A part of me doesn't want to play Alexis, Ozil, Mustafi, Bellerin. These guys that do not want to be here. I don't want to play them because what's the point if you don't want to be here? Think about if you had a business. If you was I don't know, just say you owned a trucking company. If you had 4 or 5 employees that can't see the long-term future of your business, that aren't sold on the vision, that are just here to pass time by and collect a paycheck, you're gonna get rid of them, aren't you? Or want them out. So let's incorporate that same logic on the football pitch. So yeah, man, I don't know. You're between a rock and a hard place. If it's any average player, any average if it was like, I don't know, if it was a Theo or Welbs and with all of these sort of players, I'd be like, yeah, stick you in the reserves. But when it's Alexis, if you're gonna put them in the reserves, you need to be prepared for the backlash which comes, because with every defeat, or why are you not playing him? You've got a year left of him. Why not you use him? Every victory, you don't need him. Blah blah blah. Plus, he'll be, if you do that to him, he's scheming on his own future and leaving. So it's between a rock and a hard place. To be honest, I would probably stick them in the reserves, but it'll be cutting off my nose to spite my face. But again, like I tell you guys in all my videos, I don't think I'd be in that situation because I would have known before July, and I would have forced you out the club whether you want to go or not. Yes, it's easy for me in the background and things to say this, but I mean, I'm no expert. I haven't got the years of managing like these managers, but what I do have to a degree is common sense. Like, common sense really isn't that common. So yeah, moving on. Last question. At Reese underscore 69. Right, dogs are barking in my back. At Reese underscore 69. Thoughts on Kieran Gibbs going to West Brom? Well, it's been a long time coming. He's really needed to. He's at that age where he kind of needs to play football, hold down and knocking spot. His first team spot. Sorry, it's almost like he was a permanent youngster. He play his games. You couldn't really see him being angry and going in changing rooms for the manager and asking if he wants to play, even though there's reports he has done that. Good on him. It is deep. I mean, Monreal did look like on the way out. Like I said in a previous vid, the last, I'd say, 6, 7 games probably swayed Wenger to keep Monreal. Plus, Monreal can play centre half and things of that nature. So, yeah. But Gibbs is younger than him. Gibbs knows the club. Gibbs is a steady Eddie. I actually believe when Gibbs is playing and he's got a run of form, he might not be the best left back, but he has a case of getting into that English squad, as does a lot of English players. Shaw's better than him, but if Shaw gets him playing, he'll be the left back for the England side. So, yeah. They've got a lot of left backs. Gibbs, he needs to play football. I mean, he's a steady Eddie, like I said. He can improve going forward. His cross isn't dead. But I like Gibbs, man. I mean, you can't not hate Gibbs. I mean, Gibbs. You can't hate Gibbs. I mean, he's a calm guy. I wish him all the best. He's going to be playing for Tony Pulis. He'd probably improve as a defender because he's going to have to actually defend now. And he's got a turn to play football. He's got decent wages. It's just time to kick on and have a sort of career. He's won the FA Cup here, I'm sure, because being an Arsenal fan, he would have loved to win the league and things like that. Probably could have afforded to keep him for another year. I actually would have kept him ahead of Monreal, to be honest with you, based on the age factor. So yeah, man, credit to Gibbs. I hope you were done dirty. You were really done dirty with the way you're treated for the last couple of years, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Apologies if this isn't straight and stuff. Trying a new thing, like I said. Guys, I'm signing out. Thank you for watching, of course.